As night fell, all the masters and servants at Emiya's residence made their way to the church where Kirei Kotomine awaited. As they walked toward the front gate, Artoria quickened her pace to catch up with Ghana.
Ghana, wait.
Artoria?
You mentioned that the current me is in Avalon, and my data is engraved in the Throne of Heroes, correct?
Well, yes, according to the folklore. Minus the Throne of Heroes.
You're mistaken. I am still trapped in the Battle of Camlin, frozen in time.
Huh? That is impossible. Wait. Did you make a contract with a djinn?
You mean, the world?
Gaia, Counterforce, or whatever it is, those are the djinn. Some are Titan class or Merid. Jinn are servants of Prophet Suleiman or Solomon in your words, regardless of their classes. But after Prophet Solomon passed away, they roamed free, and Merid Jinn assumed many significant roles. Some is the will of the world, some is functions, like the Throne of Heroes or the Akasha.
I need to obtain the Holy Grail to undo everything. I don't want to draw the selection sword.
Remember, using the Holy Grail will only create a new singularity according to your wish, but your history in this world we currently reside in will remain unchanged. You are being tricked by the so-called the world. We don't know the clear motives yet.
Then I will be trapped forever? I've made a contract. I can't break the contract only on my side.
As they approached the front gate, Rin noticed a barrier around the church.
Stop. There's a barrier here.
I see.
Ghana tried to touch the barrier, but nothing happened. He continued to walk through.
Mordred, come here.
All right.
Mordred walked through the barrier without any issue. Artoria attempted to follow Mordred, but she was electrocuted and quickly withdrew her hand from the barrier.
I see, since Mordred isn't a servant, she can pass through.
We should go in without our servants. At least we have Saber on our side. This phony priest, there's something really fishy about him.
All the masters went inside the barrier while their servants remained outside.
Zero, take care.
Zero nodded to Artoria.
Sakura, be careful. You too, Ryder. Ghana, please be careful. Mr. Soichiro.
The masters, accompanied by Mordred, approached the church with determination etched on their faces. As they neared the entrance, Ghana addressed the group.
The one who attacks Zero is Gilgamesh, the so-called King of Heroes. Don't worry, it's just a title. If things get ugly, Mordred will face Gilgamesh. We only need to concern ourselves with Kirei Kotomine. Do not be afraid to attack him, because he won't hold back at all.
Kirei's decision to consecrate this place carries significance. He's attempting to distance us from our servants.
Ghana acknowledged Bazit's observation with a nod. As Bazit pushed the church doors open, they were met by Kirei, standing in the middle.
Well, to what do I owe the honor of this visit on the second night of the Holy Grail War?
Skip the pleasantries, Kirei.
Here I am, Kirei. Impressive work in making Seal flee for her life, even at her peak performance. The former of Kopassus unit, Gnosis landscape, and plus you are not associating in any magic. Should I be impressed or what? You deliberately made contact with Bazit after the Fourth Holy Grail War to track my whereabouts. You even manipulated the Holy Church to eliminate me once you discovered my location. But in reality, you were waiting for the perfect moment to face me directly. Accusing a priest of wrongdoing, are we? Yeah, a priest who abducted orphans and fed their life essence to Gilgamesh. You learn about my scrolls, but too bad, you didn't know which one is Gnosis landscape in full military attire. You running around in the forest looking for me. You want me to make you human again. He did what? Abducted orphans? He is. It is not too late, Kirei, they still can be saved. Acknowledge your mistakes and I believe the mages know how to resolve things with you.
Wait a second, you said Kirei wants you to make him human again? What are you talking about? Is he not human?
Humans possess hearts that beat. That priest over there, his heart no longer beats. I doubt he is able to have a morning erection. How do you know? I am using the perfect reveal scroll to see information about all masters and servants in my original world. He was supposed to have died in the Fourth Holy Grail War, but he survived by accepting that corrupted Holy Grail in his body.
Kirei's eyes widened in astonishment upon learning that the person before him was none other than Gana from another world. Suddenly, Mordred moved forward in front of the masters and assumed a defensive stance. Hails of swords spawned behind Kirei, but Mordred used her mana burst to deflect any incoming swords that threatened them. Rin finally realized what was happening and conjured a spell to protect them from the incoming attack, while Bazit quickly assisted Mordred in deflecting the incoming swords flung toward them.
I'm really annoyed right now, so if we can talk it out, that's better. I don't want to end up making you my bitch, Gil.
Gana's face is pretty serious. This is the very first time Mordred saw her beloved angry like this. Suddenly a man clad in shiny gold armor emerged from the shadows around the corner.
Mongrel, threatening me will only lead to your death.
So that's Gilgamesh. You mentioned he killed me and Berserker in your world?
Yes, that's correct. Do you still harbor hatred, young scholar? Of course, I am. You guys are stupid backward. Remember what you people did to Galileo Galilei? Killing him just because he proves the earth is round? Stupid backward. Even before Alexandria exists, we already know the earth is round. Is that the reason why you hate us? Stupid backward is one of the reasons. My parent and I were not only seen as enemies by the Djinns but also by the Holy Church. How could I not hold a grudge against all of you? If you people want the Holy Grail, then take that fake Holy Grail after we kill the Djinn inside the Grail.
Wait a second. We are here not to offer him the Holy Grail, right?
After we kill the Djinn inside the Grail, sure, take it. Besides, the real Grail is made of wood. It is a carpenter's cup, not a blacksmith's goblet. I see. That saber is not a mere servant. If she can enter the holy ground, it means you use the scrolls to summon her.
You got a problem with that?
By gathering all the masters like this, you intend to destroy the Holy Grail? I don't think I can afford to stay idle anymore. Kirei, I came here to make a bargain. I know you have plans to disrupt us in our mission to kill the Holy Grail. If you refuse, we'll deal with you and your golden retriever. I mean it. You mongrel have no clue how to address a king. Shut up, fucktard. I will be coming for you after Kirei. Ho, a mere insect dares to talk back? Do you wish for your demise? A self-proclaimed god trying to converse with me? Please, you can't even lay a finger on me. Step aside, Gilgamesh, the adults are talking. My patience is wearing thin. You bastard, do you dare to mock me? You mongrel, I will kill you and all of you people. You dare? You dare? I will make you my bitch, Gilgamesh. I will use your fucking Aya as a fucking dildo in your ass. Dare me. Dare me now. Die, mongrels.
Gana swiftly reaches for one of his scrolls, a red one. Mordred notices Gana's action and recalls that red scrolls are perfect infinitive.
Honey, don't.
That scroll.
Gilgamesh, who can glimpse the future, abruptly steps backward as he witnesses the foresight materializing in his mind. The sensation of his premonition becomes so palpable that he can feel the imagination turning into reality. In Gilgamesh's eyes, the figure standing before him ceases to be merely a man challenging his authority, instead a sinister demon, as if emerging from the deepest depths of hell, loathed by the very angels of heaven themselves. Unbelievable fear grips Gilgamesh as Gana is on the verge of revealing the scroll's power. Perfect. As Gana is about to unveil the scroll and call its name, Mordred taps into her mana burst, surging forward and lunging at Gilgamesh.
You're mine, King of Heroes.
Mordred rockets toward Gilgamesh with incredible speed, demolishing the church walls and propelling them both outside. Gilgamesh manages to shield himself at the last moment, using his sword to push Mordred away.
You bastard will pay for this, mongrel.
Meanwhile, back at the church, Kirei remains unfazed, confronting the masters without a hint of fear. Gana put the scroll back in his bag and looked at Kirei.
Fine, let's do this. Jag Corday, en nostalgisk, song nagan stan slang torth, den jor de jubt I mid jarda, anung stirka, tala de om livitsong.
Kirei felt a sense of urgency after hearing Gana chanting something, like a spell that he never heard before. Kirei is confused because Gana doesn't have mana and is not a mage, yet he is chanting something like a spell.
I won't let you.
Kirei launches blades toward Gana, but Bazit deflects them. Rin supports by throwing a gem at Kirei, causing an explosion. Kirei defends himself using spells, only to realize that Bazit is already in front of him, attempting to punch him in the face, but he dodges just in time. Ilya prepares a trap around Kirei and pulls his leg using invisible strings, causing him to fall to the ground. Zero jumps, channeling magic to reinforce his wooden sword to strike Kirei on the head. Kirei unexpectedly dodges forward, closing the gap between him and Ghana. Kirei trying to use his Baji Quan technique to Ghana in a point-blank range. Ghana doesn't move, and instead, Soichiro swiftly moves from behind Ghana and attacks Kirei, then follows up with an uppercut to the chin, sending Kirei airborne. Bazit jumps in the air and slams Kirei to the ground with such force that it destroys the floor of the church. Kirei coughs up blood.
Why you are so fixated on me? I didn't chant a spell, I'm singing in Swedish. I suppose no one here speaks Swedish. Or are you mad because I am a bad singer? So please pardon my lack of musical talent.
Well, that's an unconventional tactic.
What are you aiming to achieve? Let's make a deal. I'll give you what you want, but in return, stay out of my business and you must take responsibility for your actions.
Lying weakened in the crater, Kirei suddenly launches a swift attack on Ghana by hurling blades at him. However, Bazit manages to deflect them just in time and prepares to deliver a powerful punch to Kirei's face.
No, Bazit, look out. Huh?
Bazit's eyes widened as she realized that the swords he had thrown earlier were not a random attack but had been placed strategically to form a spell circle.
Everyone, run.
However, it was too late. Green electricity surged through the ground, ensnaring all the masters inside the spell circle, leaving them unable to move their legs.
No, this is bad. I can't use my magic. What is this? Pentagram of Residum? It is for vampire but...
I can't move my leg.
The swords, it's going to explode.
Ghana retrieved one of his scrolls and unraveled it.
Perfect dispel, Kirei Kodomine.
The scroll levitated in the air, bursting into a bright, brilliant blue flame. As a result, the surging green electricity subsided, and everyone regained their ability to move.
Now, you'll never use magic again. I've dispelled everything in you, including the corruption in your body, and your heart should beat normally once more. You're welcome. Impressive, truly impressive. To witness such an ancient scroll in action was worth the risk.
You cannot use magic anymore. Can't you hear what he said? Why do you seem happy? Something is not right.
It was all part of his plan. He gambled on the fact that I possessed a dispel scroll. If I hadn't, he would have already won by killing us all, leaving only Zoken as the last master. Then he can use or manipulate the Holy Grail as he pleases. From the beginning, he never wanted to be part of this, but fate forced his hand. He's searching for meaning in this life. If I possessed a dispel scroll, not only I dispel his corruption but he would have fewer options to choose from for his life by not becoming an executor or a mage anymore.
I don't know what have you done in the past, but I hope you'll reflect on your mistakes and take responsibility for your past actions, Kirei. Just like what Ghana said to you earlier.
Now that everything's settled here, we should go help Saber in her battle against the King of Heroes. I've given what you wanted for all this time, now, it is your choice, either you.
Out of nowhere, Ghana suddenly blacked out and collapsed to the floor, as if he had lost consciousness. Bazit reacted swiftly, catching him before his head could hit the ground.
Senpai. Using that scroll is terrifying. It consumes a tremendous amount of aura, and this is its effect. No human could possess that much aura. Yet, he has already used the scroll several times.
Excuse me, please lay him on this bench.
Soichiro examined Ghana, and after assessing his condition, he spoke up.
He's passed out, nothing to worry about. But his cold sweat is a sign that he's of an underlying health.
Ghana,